The left is so desperate, bro. We already knew that, but the panic mode just went to a whole nother level.
Let's not be trying to play games with these kinds of small things to try to pull us into a direction. All that matters in this election, and I genuinely mean all that matters in this election, the only thing that matters is keeping Donald Trump and Project 2025 out of power. Keeping that insane ideology of white Christian nationalism and white supremacy and white male Christian dominance out of power. That's all that matters. I genuinely don't care who the Democratic nominee is, and I'm being real. I don't care. If it's Biden, fine. If it's Kamala Harris, fabulous, right? But it's going to be one of the two of them.
It's only fabulous if Kamala Harris was the nominee. It's only fabulous. Why? Because she's a black woman. They're saying she's not even black, by the way, but that's the only, attribute that matters to you is just that. And it has nothing to do with how she actually performs. Wow, I told y'all, man, these people are dangerous. They trying to encourage you to blindly vote just for their hate. And they're telling you to hate these people based off of their skin color and their gender. Something that they literally have no control over. Y'all just,
right? But it's going to be one of the two of them. Let's just not play crazy games now. There are rules the way that this process works. It's one of the two of them. Either one, I don't care. Or if you want to parachute somebody else in and they not him, they not the orange one, they not the one who quotes Hitler, fine, put him in, I don't care. Because all that matters, I'm going to say this to y'all again, all that matters in this upcoming election is that you keep that man and that Project 2025 plan out.
That Project 2025 plan is not his. He literally announced it. Why do you guys keep saying this? Is that not the definition of projection? Hey guys, people who don't like Donald Trump, please, just even if you don't like him, it's okay. Okay, for just for the brief moment right now, I respect it. Okay, I respect it. But at least go search Donald Trump denounces Project 2025. At least go do that. That way, when you hear these people say, he's trying to introduce Project 2025, he's trying to Project 2025, at least you can say, although I don't like Donald Trump, I know that they're lying. I know for a fact they're lying. He announced it. He wrote it in words, in a tweet, like in the Truth Social. Like, dude, it's anyhow.
Power. That's all you need. And to do that, you are going to need to vote against the party that has embraced white Christian nationalism. The Republican Party is gone. It has been replaced by Project 2025 and MAGA and Trump. That's all that's left. That party is gone. And that means you have to vote against that letter, R, all the way down the ballot. You have to keep them out of power at the state level, keep them out of power at the federal level, or remove them from power at the state and federal level. That means anything with the R on it is toxic. Anything with the R on it is going to take your birth control. Anything with the R on it is going to make you register and take the military preparatory test in high school so that you're ready to be cannon fodder for them, to be deployed on the streets of the United States to shoot Americans who are protesting. They're going to take away your education. They're going to take away your opportunity to go to college. They're going to take away your books, your history. They're going to take away your right to even know the history of this country. They're going to replace it with so-called patriotic education. They're going to get rid of the Department of Education, meaning no more Pell Grants, no more money for school, no more student loans, no more equality for girls' sports. All of it gone.
Are you serious? What? Yo, just straight lies. Straight freaking lies, bro. Are you kidding me? They're trying to get rid of equality for women's sports. Are you serious? You guys, the Democrats that is, are trying to allow men, grown-ass men, biological men, dudes who were born with, some things in between, you know what I mean, to play with women, against women. So you want them to be able to compete against them, and you call it and consider it fair. What? And the Republicans, the toxic R is trying to prevent that. They're like, no, women work hard to compete against other women. They don't work this hard to get all of their records broke by a biological male who couldn't break a record as a man. Like, man, y'all are pathetic.
Nationalist insanity And they want to do that not just federal, but state. The Republican Party at the state level is just as bad or worse. Baby, ladies, gentlemen, friends, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters but stopping Trump, the Republican Party, and Project 2025 in November. You have 119 days to get right with that and get comfortable with that. That's all that matters, okay? And the only way to stop them is...
I'm just saying, I don't want it if it's coming from somebody who's trying to intentionally strike fear into me to be persuaded in a certain direction while telling me they're not trying to strike fear into me. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, Project 2025. He's literally trying to change the country. Every person with an R who's a Republican that's on the ballot, you need to vote against him regardless, blindly. I know that Joe Biden isn't fit, but I don't care what he does. I will blindly vote for him. You know, it don't matter. We just need to keep these people out of office. I don't care. You know, she didn't say this, but this is what my mind hears. I don't care if the sexual books are going to stay in schools. You know what I mean? I don't care about that. You know, it's crazy that the Republicans want to get rid of that. Really, wow, I can't believe they're so evil. In addition to that, they want to make sure that men can't compete in women's sports. Oh my God, they're so horrible. They're horrible people. Women, how can you let this happen? It's like, yo, do you hear yourself? Do you really hear yourself? Gosh, I gotta go to the comments on this real quick just before I go to the transition. What Dem Senator Michael Bennet said, Biden cannot win the election. Mind you, this is on CNN. Anyhow, let me go ahead. A serious case of WDS. I don't even know what that means yet. WDS and TDS. I'm gonna figure out what y'all let me know what WDS means in the comments. I know that you have TDI, Trump derangement infection, which is slightly different than syndrome. She genuinely looks like a male Congolese migrant. Somebody wrote, I don't know I probably said that wrong. Joy Reid is a professional race baiter, racist trash on MSNBS for sure. Race baiting at its finest. It's like, come on, you're a black woman who's in this position where you can literally you're in a position where you have the power to persuade people. You know, you literally reporting the news, too black, too white, to you know, all different colors and creeds. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in a position that's very successful as a black woman, still trying to convince other black people that we're somehow oppressed. Like, that's really sad on you. Do better, Joy Reid. Trump 2025, Project 2025 is not from Trump, okay? It's not from Trump. Agenda 47, something that you can look at, is definitely Trump. Somebody said Joy Reid is a black supremacist. She makes that clear every time she releases one of these ridiculous rants. Imagine making a video like this and thinking it's a good idea. Unreal. Again, let's go and check out CNN and Dem Senator Michael Bennet saying that Biden, that is, just cannot win this election. We just gonna, you know, play about a good 2-3 minutes of it and then move on with our day.
My colleague Dana Bash reported that you, Senator John Tester, and Senator Sherrod Brown all said during that lunch that you don't think President Biden can win in 2024. Is that true?
Well, it's true that I said that. And I did say that behind closed doors. And you guys and others asked whether I had said it. And that is what I said. So I figured I should come here and say it publicly.
Why do you think he can't win in November?
I just think this race is on a trajectory that is very worrisome if you care about the future of this country. Joe Biden was 9 points up at this time. The last time he was running, Hillary Clinton was 5 points up. This is the first time in more than 20 years that a Republican president has been up in this part of the campaign. Donald Trump is on track, I think, to win this election and maybe win it by a landslide and take with him the Senate and the House. And so for me, this isn't a question about polling. It's not a question about politics. It's a moral question about the future of our country. And I think it's critically important for us to come to grips with what we face if together we put this country on the path of electing Donald Trump again.
So you're worried that your party is not just going to lose the White House if Joe Biden is at the top of the ticket, but that you're also going to lose both chambers of Congress?
I think that we could lose the whole thing. And it's staggering to me. Donald Trump's already been president. I thought he was the worst president that we've ever had. He already took away, the right for women to be able to make their own decisions around health care.
That's not true. Roe v. Wade. Okay. I'm thinking about now, like he's talking about how he's not trying to put a nationwide ban on abortion. He's going to leave it up to the state. So, when people start talking about he's trying to, remove women's rights, and I'm like, whoa, no, bro, he's leaving it up to the state. He has this, and think about that. You got to give somebody props for that. Hey, I have my beliefs. I believe in pro-life. I don't believe in pro-choice. I believe in pro-life. But I also believe that we're in a country where people are free to believe what they believe. So if I'm free to believe what I believe, I'm going to leave it up to, the states to decide, what they're going to believe in each state. Like, dude, you got to salute that. It's like, yeah, I'm kind of going against my belief system just to make sure that everybody else's belief system isn't put out of whack, because of my beliefs. You got to respect it.
Extreme Supreme Court justices on the court that wouldn't even survive a vet in the old days, but now are on the court because Donald Trump did it. These are all the things he's already done. And today, as we're sitting here, he's 3.5 points ahead in the polls. He was ahead before President Biden had that very unfortunate debate, and the lead has been growing. And we have 4 months to figure out how we're going to save the country from Donald Trump. And when I think about the kids that I used to work for in the Denver public schools, when I was their superintendent, most of whom are kids of color, most of whom are kids living in poverty in a country with incredibly low economic mobility, and where the poverty rates are growing, and where the economic unfairness, I think, is producing Donald Trump in many ways.
So you're saying the stakes are really high here?
The stakes could not be higher.
Okay, I heard all that, everything in between, just to hear that if we keep Joe Biden in this race, it's over. We need to go and try to find him a replacement ASAP. That's pretty much what I heard. Oh my God, the TDS is crazy. The TDS is at an all-time high, y'all. And right now, all we can do is pray for Donald Trump. Honestly, we seriously have to pray for Donald Trump, because the measures are getting more and more drastic in terms of the attempts to try to sway the American people back over to the Democrat plantation. The Dems don't win. They still keep that in mind. They don't do that at all. And I think everybody knows that, including Joe Biden. They won't admit that Joe Biden isn't, fit to actually run this country. They just want to continue to put their hand in his back and make him do puppet-like things. Y'all be safe, man. Go check on somebody today.